Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak and Feel English, the podcast where we help you grow confident, fluent, and natural with your English skills. I'm your host, Mia, and today we have a really special episode because we're diving deep into something that can truly transform your fluency.
And I'm Ethan, super excited to be here. Today we're talking about one of the most requested topics from our listeners, how to think in English. Not just speak it, not just study it, actually think in it. And trust us, this is a game changer.
Exactly. Thinking in English is what helps your brain switch from translation mode to fluency mode. When you stop translating from your native language and start creating thoughts directly in English, everything becomes smoother. Speaking, writing, understanding, even texting.
So in today's episode, we're going to share practical, everyday steps to build this habit, even if you're a beginner. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to train your mind to think in English naturally.
All right, let's jump right in. Let's start with the big question. Why is thinking in English important? Because a lot of learners know the concept, but don't realize just how powerful it is.
Right. When you translate in your head, you slow yourself down. Your brain goes through steps like think in native language, translate words, check grammar, speak. That's way too much work.
Exactly. But when you think in English, the process becomes think, speak. That's it. No more complicated mental steps.
And something else happens. You build speed. Most fluent speakers aren't fluent because they know more grammar. They're fluent because their brain retrieves English instantly.
Thinking in English also helps with confidence. When you're used to forming thoughts in English, you feel more in control. You don't freeze as often. You don't panic when someone asks you something, and you start sounding more natural.
Plus, it builds instinct.
Okay, now let's talk about the easiest entry point, microthinking. This is perfect if you're just starting out.
Microthinking means thinking in English for small, tiny moments throughout your day. You don't need full sentences. You don't need perfect grammar.
Exactly. For beginners, even single words count.
Like if you see your phone, think phone. If you're brushing your teeth, brush, teeth, clean.
Yes, because you're training your brain to connect everyday objects with English words automatically.
Then you can upgrade to small phrases. Need coffee. Open door. Going out. Check messages.
Think of it like mental reps at the gym. You're building English thinking muscles.
And the best part? You can do this anywhere. In the shower, while walking, while cooking, even before sleeping.
A lot of learners think they need dedicated study time for thinking in English. You don't. You just need small pockets of your day.
All right, now we move to the next stage, narrating your life. This is one of my favorite techniques because it's so simple but extremely effective.
This method is used even by actors and voice trainers. Basically, you talk through what you're doing, either in your head or out loud.
For example, when you're cooking, you can think or say, I'm slicing the tomatoes. I need to add more salt. Let me turn on the stove.
When you're getting ready in the morning, I should pick a shirt. I'm running late. Where are my keys?
This builds a habit of naturally forming sentences about everyday life.
And it forces your brain to practice the grammar and vocabulary you already know without textbooks.
Here's a tip. Don't worry about being correct. The goal isn't perfect English. The goal is thinking in English.
You can correct yourself later or look up phrases, but during self-talk, just keep going.
Now let's go a little deeper. Start making decisions in English. This is the stage where you really start rewiring your brain.
Right. Decisions are how we think. So if you can make decisions in English, you're basically thinking in English.
For example, planning your day. I'll finish my work at 2. Maybe I should call my friend later. I'll cook pasta tonight.
Or when choosing something. This shirt looks better. I think I need a break. Should I bring my umbrella?
When you make thoughts in English, not based on a picture or object, but on your judgment, that's real internal thinking.
Exactly. And this step builds fluency like crazy. Just try planning tomorrow's tasks in English before bed. You'll feel the difference.
Once you get comfortable with basic thoughts, try making them more complex.
Yeah, level up your thinking.
Start making longer internal sentences like, I want to finish this work now so I can relax later. If I go to bed early, I'll feel better in the morning. I should drink more water because I haven't had enough today.
These are realistic thoughts, and the more you build them in English, the easier speaking becomes.
This step also strengthens your grammar naturally. Your brain starts noticing where sentences sound right or wrong.
And the cool part? You don't need to memorize rules because your brain learns through repetition.
Everyone has default thoughts like, what time is it? I'm hungry. What should I do next? Start switching these to English.
Think of them as mental habits. Replace the old habit with a new habit.
You're rewiring automatic responses.
And when your automatic responses become English, fluency becomes effortless.
This is one of the strongest practical tips. Create English zones.
English zones are short periods, like 10 or 20 minutes, where everything you think or do is in English.
No switching, no exceptions.
You can create zones for walking, exercising, cooking, drinking tea or coffee, break times, before you sleep.
These zones add up and create a huge difference over time.
Here's something fun. You actually have an English personality.
Totally. It's how you act or think when you're using English. Some people are more confident in English than in their native language.
Some become funnier. Some become calmer. Others become more expressive.
Start paying attention to how you think and feel in English. Embrace that version of yourself.
It helps you think faster because you're not overthinking everything.
All right, now let's talk about something everyone uses, English media.
But the trick is to use it correctly. Passive watching won't make you think in English. You need active engagement.
For example, when watching a movie or YouTube video, pause sometimes and think, what would I say here? How would I respond?
Or imitate the characters. Repeat phrases, copy their tone, their speed, their expressions.
This builds mental patterns identical to natural English speakers.
And over time, these patterns automatically appear in your thoughts.
Now let's talk about journaling, one of the most underrated tools ever.
Journaling translates your thoughts into words. And when you journal in English, you naturally start thinking in English.
You don't need to write essays. Just write about your day. What happened? What did you feel? What did you learn?
Or make simple lists. Things I need to do tomorrow, what I'm grateful for, my goals, what I'm excited about.
Journaling strengthens internal English thinking faster than almost anything else.
Some people feel shy talking out loud. That's totally fine. You can think silently and still get the benefits.
But here's a trick. Silently move your mouth or whisper. Your brain thinks you're speaking and it activates your language centers more strongly.
Another trick is to practice shadow thinking, where you imagine conversations.
For example, imagine ordering food at a restaurant, talking to a friend, asking for directions, or answering interview questions.
Imaginary conversations are incredibly powerful for building thinking fluency.
Here's an important point. Don't only think in English when you feel motivated.
Exactly. Real fluency is built when you think in English even on lazy days, tired days, or boring days.
If you can think in English when your brain doesn't feel like working, that means you've truly built a habit.
Start using English for creative thoughts. Imagine a story, plan a trip, create a dream scenario, visualize your goals. Think about your future.
Creative thoughts stick longer than regular thoughts, so when you create in English, your brain builds stronger English pathways.
One of the easiest ways to think in English is to surround yourself with it digitally.
Set your phone language to English. Switch app settings to English. Watch content in English. Follow English-speaking creators.
When your environment is English, your thoughts become English automatically.
Here's one of my favorite hacks. Memorize useful thinking phrases.
These are short phrases you can use throughout your day. I think. Maybe I should. I wonder if. Let me check. Hold on. This feels right. I don't understand this. What's next?
When you use these phrases often, your mind automatically completes them in English.
This might sound funny, but it works. When you catch yourself thinking in your native language, switch to English and talk back.
For example, if you think, I'm hungry in your language, immediately think, no, say it in English, I'm hungry.
This self-correction builds awareness and discipline.
And soon your brain stops producing thoughts in your native language.
Let's talk about critical thinking. Use English to solve problems. This makes you think deeply in English.
For example, if you're trying to decide whether to buy something, think in English. Do I really need this? What are the pros and cons? Will I use it often?
Or if you're trying to organize something, how should I arrange this? What's the first step? What's the easiest way to do this?
Problem-solving thoughts are advanced, and they build true internal fluency.
A big mistake learners make is trying to think perfectly in English.
But your thoughts don't need perfect grammar. Our thoughts are messy, short, imperfect.
So don't try to make every internal sentence grammatically perfect.
You can fix mistakes later when you speak or write. Thinking doesn't need rules. It just needs consistency.
Here's the truth. Fluency is speed, not perfection.
The faster you translate thoughts into English, the closer you get to native-like fluency.
Speed is built by repetition, exposure, and low-pressure thinking.
Accuracy comes later, naturally.
Identity shapes your habits. Try saying things like, I'm someone who thinks in English. I'm building my English mind. English is part of my daily life.
Identity statements change how you see yourself. When you believe you're the kind of person who thinks in English, your brain follows.